Today, we are looking at a number that is spreading fast across the Iraqi Dinar community, 211s. Some people are talking about it like it's a real target. Others say it's just another online rumor. So let us slow this down, break it apart, and look at it in simple words. Because when a number like this starts moving through videos, posts, chats, and comment sections, it can sound bigger and more certain than it really is. That's exactly why this discussion matters right now. The truth is, excitement travels fast, but facts travel much more slowly. And in the world of currency, slow facts are the only ones that matter. So today, we're not chasing hype. We're not chasing fancy. We're asking one serious question. Is the $2.11 dinar idea real, or is it only a story that people want to believe? Stay with me, because by the end of this report, you will have a much clearer view of what is actually confirmed, what is not confirmed, and why so many people keep talking about this number as if it were already set in stone. Right now, the 211 claim is spreading quickly inside dinar circles. You can see it in social media posts, private chats, and video discussions, where people repeat the number as if it has some hidden meaning. But repeating a number doesn't make it official. A lot of investors have been holding dinar for years. Some have waited a very long time. That long wait creates hope, and hope often turns into predictions. People begin looking for signs, patterns, and clues everywhere. They want something positive to happen. So any number that sounds large or exciting gets attention very fast. But this is where caution matters. There is no official announcement from the Central Bank of Iraq that confirms a $2.11 P rate. There's no government document in public that sets this as a future exchange level. There's no verified financial notice that proves this number is real. So at this stage, it's only a community discussion point, and that difference is very important. Some people believe the Iraqi economy is improving, and they connect that progress to a possible higher dinar value in the future. They point to oil income, banking reform, foreign reserves, and financial cleanup efforts. They say these things could support a stronger currency over time. That idea sounds appealing, and on a surface level, it's easy to understand why people think that way. When a country starts rebuilding and improving its systems, investors naturally hope the currency will follow. But currency value doesn't move only because people feel optimistic. It moves because of real economic strength, trade balance, inflation control, policy decisions, and international trust. Those are the things that matter, not wishful thinking, not a number shared in a video, not a rumor that gets repeated until it starts sounding true. So while the improvement story is real, the $2.11 target is still just a theory. It may be discussed, but it's not confirmed. At the same time, Iraq is still operating under a managed currency system. That means the central bank plays a major role in controlling the rate. The goal of a managed system is stability. It's not designed for dramatic jumps overnight. It's designed to protect the economy from shocks and sudden damage. That's why large changes in value would need serious backing and official approval. A move to $21 would not be a small adjustment. It would be a major shift. Any move like that would require a very strong economic foundation and a clear policy reason. It would also need to fit with international financial realities. So when people talk about a sudden leap to a high number, they need to understand how serious that kind of move would be. This is not something that happens because of online excitement. It would need a real system behind it. Right now, the structure in Iraq still looks like a controlled management, not a sudden revaluation story. One reason this topic keeps growing is because people love specific numbers. A number like $2.11 in dollars feels precise. It feels almost official, even when it's not. That's one reason rumors can spread so fast in investment communities. The more exact the number sounds, the more believable it can feel. But precision is not proof. A detailed claim can still be wrong. In many cases, the most dangerous rumors are the ones that sound the most organized. They don't always come from official channels. They often come from people trying to connect unrelated events into one big outcome. And once a number starts moving through a community, it becomes hard to stop. People begin using it in their own calculations. They start planning around it. They start sharing it as if it's already part of the future. That's why we need to separate interest from evidence. Interest is real. Evidence is what matters. The 211 number may be widely discussed, but wide discussion is not the same as official confirmation. There are also very detailed theories floating around that try to explain how Iraq might get to a much stronger rate. Some people have even proposed step-by-step scenarios involving the spread between the official rate and the parallel market rate. They say that if the gap closes, then some kind of major currency move could follow. Others talk about removing zeros from the currency and tying that idea to a future value jump. These theories can sound complex, and complexity can sometimes make a theory feel more serious. But a detailed theory is still just a theory unless an official authority confirms it. It's possible for people to build long explanations around a number and still have no proof behind it. That's why investors need to be careful. A long explanation is not the same as a real policy. A detailed math model is not the same as a government decision. These ideas may be interesting to discuss, but they don't turn speculation into fact. The dinar community has seen many such theories before, and many of them never turned into anything official. Timing claims are another thing that can create a lot of noise. Once people begin discussing a target rate, they often start adding dates to it. Suddenly, the story is not just about the rate, it becomes about Monday, Wednesday, next week's, or some exact day on the calendar. That kind of precision can make a rumor feel urgent. It can make people think something is already moving behind the scenes. But date claims are especially risky when there is no official support. If a claim says something will happen on a certain day, and that day passes with nothing official, the claim loses credibility very quickly. That's why time-based prediction should always be treated with caution. A rate target without proof is speculation. A rate target with a date attached is still speculation. It just sounds more dramatic. Serious investors should be careful not to confuse strong language with real evidence. A rumor doesn't become a plan just because it includes a calendar date. If there is no public confirmation, then it's still just community talk. To understand the situation correctly, it helps to look at what Iraq is actually doing right now. And what Iraq is doing right now is slow, structured, and practical. The country is working on reforms. It's improving digital banking. It's trying to reduce cash abuse and illegal money movement. It's expanding electronic payment systems. It's strengthening financial reporting. It's trying to make the banking environment more modern and more transparent. These are real steps. They matter, but they're not the same as a sudden currency revaluation. They are part of a long-term rebuild. They show progress, not instant transformation. Iraq also continues to depend heavily on oil income, and that income helps support the budget and the financial system. Foreign reserves have improved compared to previous periods, which is a positive sign. But even with those improvements, currency value still depends on much more than reserves alone. A stronger financial base is helpful, but it doesn't automatically produce a $2.11 exchange rate. That's why the current direction looks gradual, not explosive. Another important point is the difference between stability and revaluation. A country can improve financially without changing its exchange rate in a dramatic way. In fact, many countries do exactly that. They strengthen systems first, they stabilize inflation, they control financial risk, they prove trust. Only then do they consider broader moves. That appears to be the kind of path Iraq is following. The focus seems to be on order, not shock, on controlled surprise, on modernization, not sudden valuation jumps. That's why people should not expect every sign of progress to lead directly to a massive number. A stronger system doesn't always mean a stronger rate right away. Sometimes it just means the country is building a foundation, and foundations take time. When investors understand that, they stop reacting to every rumor and start watching the actual direction of the economy.